I'm on the block, no one else matters but me. I love the competition.
I've seen and coached a lot of really good swimmers. Her technique, especially in breaststroke, is as good as most of the elite swimmers.
She's been a fish from day one, and by 2, she was jumping off the diving board, swimming to the side.
So I tried every other sport underneath the sun, and nothing worked for me like swim.
I started coaching Landry, she must have been 9 or 10, and it's been a rewarding journey. You don't necessarily recognize who is going to be one of the best when they're young, but you provide opportunities for them to have a challenge, reach the next level, and then at some point it becomes really self-motivated.
So when I first reached high school, I realized that I wasn't really getting anywhere. I didn't have an outside source like in the gym. I didn't really have a set diet. I didn't really even know what I was doing. And I got with a trainer. I talked to my coach to better my workouts.
Her day-to-day routine beats most adults. She's just always working to make herself better.
Detail and the ability to motivate, the ability to listen to instruction, not get discouraged, and bounce back after failure. Those are things that I think the average person, they're just very difficult to overcome. She's kind of tackled every challenge that she's had put in front of her.
She's just really disciplined. She's really hard on herself. She works hard. She wants to be the best. She's pretty competitive. She just has a drive that most kids don't have.
Swimming is so mental, and because of that, you have to want it and you have to be dedicated. I've done the sport for 9 years, and I can say it's been a roller coaster, but the dedication and the hard work does pay off. It definitely gets you somewhere, especially in this sport. When I'm on the block, no one else matters but me. I know that sounds selfish, but I love the competition. So I am a sprinter. I swim 100 breaststroke and 50 freestyle. In swim, there's 2 seasons. There's long course and short course, but I'm better at short course.
I've seen and coached a lot of really good swimmers. Her technique, especially in breaststroke, is as good as most of the elite swimmers, actually.
Breaststroke is one of the hardest strokes in swimming. It's very lower body dominant. I'm very good with my underwaters and my turns. Those really help me beat out a lot of my competition.
I think with someone at her level, it's actually a collaborative relationship with the coach.
My coach realized one day when I was swimming that my turns were not fast enough. With the stroke, it's all about tempo, but with the turn, you really do have to have good technique, but it's really just how fast you can get on and off. And so we worked over practices and everything like that to get them how they are today, and same thing with my underwaters. Sometimes when I'm swimming, my underwaters are faster than my actual swimming.
And at the elite level, in swimming, technique is extremely important. When you start to push through the water with all that drag, little changes in technique make a huge difference. And, we all watched the Olympics a little bit ago, and the difference between first and eighth place is just so small.
A lot of people think that just because you're swimming fast means you're going fast. That's not the case with breaststroke. If your tempo with the stroke is super fast, you can really be going nowhere.
You can tell a lot about what's happening underwater by watching the body above and watching her momentum when she kicks, watching her body position, her hips relative to her shoulders. She's covered a lot of the challenges with her technique, and I think that's one of her strong suits. She's also pretty coachable when it comes to that. So there are some subtle things in her technique that we've identified that she's working on, and she's fixed them pretty well. She has a history of doing that, which is remarkable. I think that's one of the things that has led her to be where she is.
I really think that she enjoys success. Everything she's done along the way, she's always tried her very best to do it top notch. And she does want to have a career outside of swimming. So I think a year or so ago, she finally decided that the collegiate level was really what she wanted to focus on.
So I am ranked top 10 in my class, and I have a 4.7 GPA. So I love the validation, I can't lie. I love the validation myself and others. Same with swim. I love to be good at everything I do. I want to go to college for biochemistry. This year I'm taking 2 sciences. I'm taking Ag Business Management as well as AP Chemistry, and they are my 2 favorite classes.
I'm a science teacher, and a lot of the time people just assume that if a girl is in science, she's going to be a teacher.
It just means there's more opportunities for me. With not a whole lot of women being in chemistry, it gives me a better boost or a better outlook into what the field could look like.
I know she wants to swim in college, and she's talking to a few colleges and universities. She hasn't made a selection yet, but I know that's in her plans.
When you have a coach reach out to your child, it's a really big deal. It's really exciting.
Being one of the only swimmers in South Georgia makes it really hard to get your name out. And so when someone reaches out to me like that, it means the world to me.
She got a call from Penn State and from TCU telling her that she didn't quite have the times yet, but that she was on their radar.
D1 is going to be a little bit harder than D3. I have some D1 times, but all of those big SEC schools, ACC schools have pretty challenging times, but I'm willing to compete for those.
She's constantly concerned about cutting those last few seconds to get those D1 times.
How far she can go really depends on to what extent she's able to just keep putting one foot in front of the other and just make those incremental, successful challenges. Certainly, she's physically capable of going all the way to the top.